Don't you know that from coast to coast, where there's dope, there's hope, where there's dope, there's hope. Sheesh. Wait, is it lit? Don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Cats and dogs.
come on, man. I know it's been a little minute,
It's been a long
a
time.
little longer than y'all expected.
Shouldn't have left you.
But fear not, we back. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to keep it on our usual bi-monthly schedule.
Without a dope beat
You know
to
what I'm
step
saying?
to.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to hit y'all twice this month. We waited a little extra month y'all, to let you shine.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? We fell back a little bit, but we got a little special bang for y'all at the end of the month.
Absolutely.
But in the meantime, the kids is back. It's your man, EarthTone.
And your man, the real Peasy.
And we back, man, episode 30 of the Herbal Tea Podcast.
Episode 30 is
Come
here.
on, man.
You know what
of
I'm
course,
saying?
there's been a lot going on in the midst of our absence.
There's definitely been a lot going on.
Of course. But we back to bring it to you. We're going to catch y'all, get y'all up to date. You know what I'm saying? Get you right. Get you in the happenings, the goings-ons of the Q plus community.
Absolutely.
Of course. So we're going to just get right into it, man. What's up with the music? Who we got? Who we bringing to the stage?
The first one that we bring into the stage, y'all gonna like this one.
Uh-oh. Are we?
Y'all gonna fuck with this.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I'm excited.
So the first one we got, I.Love.Makonnen.
Ooh, do you?
Y'all remember? I mean, I kind of love him.
on a Tuesday.
I mean, pretty much.
That was a jam.
You guys might know him from that little ditty bop. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Best known for his song, platinum single, featuring Drake.
Ooh.
So he is
Platinum hits.
Rewind it back a little bit.
I mean, that's kind of big. Everybody don't get a platinum plaque.
Everybody don't get a platinum plaque,
Come
so
on, man.
he's one of those that has that kind of broke out with a song that went platinum. But he is a LA bred, Atlanta-based singer, rapper, producer, and songwriter, best known for Tuesday with Drake, which came off his debut EP, self-titled.
The butt?
Yeah, they but ain't EP. I.Love.Makonnen. And he had another single on that same EP. I don't sell Molly no more. You know what I'm saying? That one went viral because Miley Cyrus liked it and she shared it, and it kind of popped him off a little bit. It led to a deal with the man himself, Drake, and his OVO Sound label. You know what I'm saying? So, they signed him for a couple of years. He put out a project on it. I think it was the follow-up EP, I.Love.Makonnen 2, but things kind of soured in the midst of that. So he asked for a release from that label in 2016.
Damn.
So they let him go. He ended up just going with his distributing label, which is Warner Brothers Records. And that's where he released the next set of, maybe another 3 projects on that same EP, on that same label. So, yeah, hold on. Let me get myself together.
Yeah, wash them hands.
Let me get myself together. You feel me? Because you already know I got to talk with my hands. You know how this go. You know what I'm saying? I'm a New Yorker.
Wash the mic.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know when my hands lean.
Heard you.
So, so with Warner Records, he released 2 more records after the second I.Love.Makonnen EP.
Okay.
And fun fact.
Ooh.
His birth name is actually Makonnen. He was named after an Ethiopian emperor, Haile Selassie I, whose birth name was Tafari Makonnen Waldemikhail.
Okay.
I believe that's how you pronounce that.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? I.Love.Makonnen has now blessed us with his 5th project, I believe, solo, and this is his first independent situation. He's solo now. He's off the label.
Fun fact.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
His mom's was actually an opera singer.
Yeah. Word?
Yeah. His mom's was an opera singer.
Okay.
She's actually multifaceted. So she's a multi-talented musician. And I think she dabbles in like graphic design. She has something to do with like some of his artwork and cover art and all that shit. So his mom's is a big supporter of his his work and his artistry.
Nice.
And she, he comes from a musical background, so I thought that was dope.
Facts.
Yeah.
I got another fun fact. He went to school for cosmetology because, that's what he was into before he really got serious with the music, which is why
he used to do hair.
He does.
He was a hairdresser.
And this is why he has the doll head was kind of one of his logos or emblems. That was his dropout bear.
Okay.
In the beginning of his career, he would have that on the covers of his albums. So
Dope.
That's Makonnen for you. And yes, now he has blessed us with his new project, My Parade.
And you mentioned he's newly independent.
And he actually newly independent.
He released from Warner in last fall, September 2020.
Right. So, now we have his new project. It came out the 13th of April, 2021. Fun fact, again, his birthday is actually the day before, April 12th.
Oh, shit.
So, that's an Aries situation. He got
a birthday LP?
I guess that's what you want to call it. That's kind of dope.
Why?
I kind of, I'm saying, why not? 13 tracks on this situation. And I'm going to go ahead and give you my take on it. I give it a 56 mid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
56.
It's a whole mood. It really is a whole mood.
It's a situation.
You get... I'm going to need you to throw on that bad bitch with the stunner. I need that bad bitch with the stunner. I love that fucking song.
That's your jam?
That's kind of my
That's your jam,
Because, I might stutter.
Okay.
You know
you
what I'm saying? So that's the situation. The whole EP, the whole album is like a whole mood. You get a whole different perspective on him. You get different moods and different situations that he's talking about with the record. It kind of feels like he went through a relationship situation or had relationships, and he used kind of some of the songs as like kind of an output for some of those emotions, because you got him stunting, you already know, on songs like this and the Too Sexy. I thought that record was pretty dope too. And then, but you also have like, he kind of really got deep with it on songs like Makonnen's Beethoven. And there's another, like a folky record on there. I forget the name. What You Trying to Do, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, what you trying to do?
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. Not necessarily executed the best way, because, he got a very unique voice.
Very unique.
He's
very
like,
unique.
He gives like The Weeknd mixed with Lil Yachty. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what I'm getting. He did come pretty much, he was like maybe the second sign to OVO after The Weeknd blew up.
That's a very nice comparison right
That's
there.
what he was given. And
Weeknd mixed with Yachty.
I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? And his sound is like, a lot of people kind of copied that sound in the years after he blew up with Tuesday. So that's what's more interesting, is he's pretty much the originator of that slurred, auto-tuney, singy, syrupy, late night, drugged up sound. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, that's my shit. Like, it's not the best songwriting in the world, but if you, I guess I could just, all I can say about it is it's definitely true to who he is. You know what I'm saying? The beats are dope. He produced a lot of them, if not all of them. So, it's really his sound, his own voice. And it's not that it's badly done. It's just not, you're not getting the level of songwriting that you get from the pop world. You're getting his view. You're getting his voice. So, I just gave it a mid because I thought it was pretty well executed. And if I'm in the mood for this, I need a bad bitch with a stutter too.
Hey man, listen, 56% mid. That's what it is. That's a pretty good grade.
Yeah.
When we talk about music, and like we said at the beginning of this whole thing, like most of the music, I feel like is gonna land in that mid range.
Basically.
And the mid range is pretty wide. It's 30 to 60, and then you talking about the top of that mid range. So that's a high mid. You thinking about somebody give you a pack of high mid, you're going to be like, all right, cool,
I'm good. Like,
we
pretty
rocking
much
with this.
Over half the album sound good to me.
We'll do that.
I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
What you got for it? What you got to say about it?
Yes, listen, man. I'm fucking with I Love McCone.
You did put that Too Sexy on because it is.
I'm fucking with him. This is my shit. You mentioned that Too Sexy. I had to put it on. Like that. This is one of my favorite joints. It's like this is quintessential I Love McCone to me. Just give me that Tuesday vibe. It's a little, the beat. The production is crazy. He went crazy on the production. Every song I heard, the production grabbed me right away. I was like, all right, I want to hear what's going on. I'm here for it because the beat grabbed me already. This joint is just, he's, all right, so let me just give you my grade off top.
All right, what's the grade?
I gave it a 62% loud.
All right. All right, we're not far off.
Not at all. Not at all. Like right there. Right there. 8.8%.
6 percentage points. Yeah.
6%, 8%.
That's where we at.
Right there.
260.
Oh yeah, you gave it what? 56.
56.
Yeah, 6%. Right there. So I gave it a 62% loud. I really enjoyed this project. When you talk about like a clean listen all the way through, like I could listen to the whole project and not really feel the need to skip.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily love every joint.
Right.
But it was put together well, and like I said, the production was very outstanding. The production was amazing to me. I really fuck with all of the production. He give you different sounds with giving you a cohesive same sound.
Yeah.
If that's if that makes any sense.
Yep.
Like you said, he gave you like the folky country ballad joint.
Right.
But then he also give you like the 80s Prince inspired pop ballad. Like he got a few joints on here. The If It's Cool joint I really fuck with. That's like the Princess joint. I felt like the Too Sexy is hard. Whoopsie is like just
Whoopsie.
I mean that's just like come on.
I just did another
It's
bang.
too infectious.
Whoopsie.
It's just undeniable. It's undeniably infectious. If you don't even love the song, you just gonna find yourself saying that Whoopsie shit.
Pretty much.
But it's a typical trap joint, but it's perfectly done. If it could be done. And like you said, the execution wasn't amazing. I feel like what he's a master at is the production, his ear for the beats, and then knowing what to do as far as the hook on the beats.
Oh, yeah.
Because his hook game is ridiculous. Like every hook you find yourself saying is catchy. You wanna say it over and over again, and it fits the beat. As far as the verses and what he does in between, not so much, but he gets away with enough of the verse because the beat and the hook is so hard. Like that's pretty much the meat of the shit. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And then when he get into his ballad, like In My Bag shit, he kind of goes in a little bit on the lyrics and what he giving you. Like you said, I can see it in your eyes is my shit.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my other favorites. Like I can see it in your eyes. You wanna fuck me? I can see it in your eyes. That shit is hard. He giving you like an opera. Yo, that shit was hard.
That song,
he bodied that hard.
When that song came on, as I was listening to it, that shit scared the fuck out of me. That's
what I'm saying. It's like
came on so
it's like
suddenly.
a horror opera.
Yeah,
like super dramatic, but like the shit he's saying is just like, like I know you wanna. It's on some. It's giving you like S&M type vibes, but like a sexy, sultry ballad almost in the same. It's giving you both of those emotions at the same time, which I thought he bodied that shit. Which is why I gave him like a few extra points, like because he kind of, like you said, with the points he lacks at, he makes up for it in the production and then the catchiness and he's just timely with the hooks and what he says and how he brings those together. And he just makes you want to listen to him. Like I want to hear these songs over and over again. Like these are songs I'm like, yo, the ones I do fuck with, which was probably about half the album. It's 13 joints. I probably love 6 of these that I want to hear like regularly.
I'm there.
That's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying? And this is from, I'm not a huge fan of I Love McConnen. You know what I'm saying? I feel like throughout his career, he's gradually won me over.
Yeah.
And the more I hear from him, the more I enjoy it. And especially now, knowing his history, knowing what he went through with the whole OVO situation with Warner Brothers, and now he's independent. 62% loud, man.
That's where
Go check it out. I Love McConnen. My Parade. And that's the title track, which is pretty dope too. That's probably the most poppy track on the project, I think. But yeah, man, it's pretty decent. Like you said, the McConnell's Beethoven, I fuck with that too. Like
love that.
He
song.
got some joints on here that I was
shocked.
I was pleasantly surprised.
I was not expecting that
pleasantly surprised.
that album.
He went off.
Yeah.
He went off.
He sure did.
He went off. All right, so that's I Love McConan, man. Go check it out. Streaming on all platforms. Let us know what you think. I Love McConan. And he's also we got him number 35, I think, on the top 50. So
he's on the top 50.
He's on the top 50.
Yes.
He's on the top 50. And then speaking of, we're gonna go to our next artist who we got on the stage, bringing up. You know what I'm saying?
Who's next we bringing to the stage?
We got a group on our hands.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one and only Brockhampton, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Brockhampton.
And that's why I said, speaking of, the top 50,
right?
The lead vocalist, Kevin Abstract, he's number 33 on the list. So we got 33 and 35 back to back. We ain't playing it like that either, though. I just found out when I was researching, we was doing the Googles and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on, man. We out here. So we got Brockhampton, a 13-man rap group.
I can't get over that. You got to break down Brockhampton with me because
It's
there's a lot of
organic.
them niggas. There's too many of them
They
motherfuckers.
on they Wu-Tang shit, but they deeper than Wu-Tang. So
Yeah,
it's a 13-man group, right? But everybody's not on the musician side. Everybody's not, they're all artists in their own right, but everybody's not musical. So we're going to break it down. So we got the vocalists, right? There's 4 of them, pure vocalists. Kevin Abstract, Matt Champion, Merlin Wood, and Dom McLennan. McLennan, sorry.
Okay.
So those are the vocalists, the 4, primary vocalists, the main vocalists.
The ones you're going to hear most of the time.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then you got your vocalists / producers.
Okay.
So these are your vocalists, and then they also make beats as well, right?
Okay.
So you got Joba, you got Bareface, and you got Jabari Manoir. So these are the 3 vocalists / producers. So you got 4 main vocalists, boom, and you got 3 vocalists / producers. You got 7 right there, right? Boom.
Gotcha.
And then you got your straight producers, just strictly producers. You got 2 of those.
Okay.
You got Ramil Hemnani, and then you got Kiko Merle, right? So those are the 2. They just produce. Boom. So that give you 9 right there, right? Then you got a graphic designer in the team.
Oh my God.
Bomb. He's squad. Come on,
He's
graphic
squad.
designer, go-to. Logos, nothing. Album covers, nothing.
All right.
You ain't gotta go. Ain't no thumbtack. You ain't gotta go search for nobody.
You ain't got to search for nobody
of
no
that.
fucking thumbtack.
Come on, man. None of that.
Charging you
In-house.
Out the fucking ass for a
Whatever
for
you
a video.
need. Graphic designer, HK Seleshi. Go holla at him. You know what I'm saying? He part of the squad, Brockhampton.
All right.
That brings us to 10. We got 3 more. You got a photographer in the squad.
Oh, it's a photographer in there too.
You got a photographer.
Because you got to
in the
have
squad.
pictures being
Come
taken.
on, man. Come on,
Of course.
Man. If you're going to look good, you got to capture it.
Of course.
You got a photographer in the squad, Ashlyn Gray. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's the photographer in the squad. And then you need a web designer. Come on.
Man.
In-house web designer.
God,
Take care of all the
God.
graphics, all of the... Come on, man. You're going to be late as far as social media. All your shit's going to be...
Social media.
All your shit's going to be cohesive.
Done.
All your coloring is your colorways is going to match. All of that. They got a web designer. Roberto Anteniant. You know what I'm saying? Roberto Anteniant. And then a manager is in the squad.
They manager. Of course, they got to be part of the situation. They got to
John
manage the
Nunez,
shit.
man. John Nunez, the manager. So you got a 13-man team, but you got like 9 of them that's behind the artistry, and then you got another 4 that's, just holding it down on everything else. But they squad up, 13. I like the fact that they all in a group, and that's dope. So like I said, originally they started in Texas, and then they actually started, I think Kevin Abstract was on a message board. It was like a Kanye to the message board, and he just put it out there on some, who want to start a band with me?
Right.
And a bunch of people replied that was from, in the vicinity. And they clicked up, formed a band, and they made their way out to L.A. They decided, they had to go to the City of Angels to get it popping. They went out there on some real world shit, clicked up, moved, lived together, and they made it pop. They originally started, though, in 2010 under the name Alive Since Forever. So they wasn't always Brockhampton.
Right.
Once they moved, they made the transition. This was around 2014. They moved to LA and they rebranded under Brockhampton, which is actually named after Kevin Abstract. It's a street he grew up on in Texas. So that's how they, they got their start. They dropped 6 studio albums in 4 years, including their latest, which is Roadrunner, New Light, New Machine, which we're about to review.
Right.
it's rumored that they're gonna be dropping 2 albums this year. So they got the Roadrunner album that they just dropped, and then they got another album that's supposed to be coming at the end of the year.
Okay.
And Kevin Abstract tweeted that they dropping 2 albums this year, and then that's gonna be it.
So they busy this year.
So he marking like that's gonna be it as far as Brockhampton.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 more albums in the catalog, and then they're done.
This the Swan songs.
That's what
coming
he's saying.
up.
That's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? And then also, fun fact, Rick Rubin is a mentor / fan of the group. You know what I'm saying? So he like big homie.
Seriously?
He's a big homie. He's actually, they're shooting like one of their music videos like at his, or like a virtual show at his studio in Malibu or some shit. Like he's a big homie and he's a fan of theirs. They got like a whole eclectic group of like old head OGs who fucking with them, just get them game and shit. So it's like, it's kind of dope. But a little on the opposite end of that, Shia LaBeouf is also one of those people who's a fan and who's kind of connected and who's giving them advice. And you know the controversy he's gotten into as of late with the whole scandal and him being accused of things. And getting back to them, they actually had a member of the group who they pushed out because he had some allegations going on with him. So it's like it's a sticky situation, man. It get you know, it get real. It get a little real. So yeah. So but that's on the other end. That's neither here nor there. We talking about the music today. I mean, of course you heard of Brockhampton. You know Kevin Abstract, of course. We had him on the top 50 and all that.
I had heard of the cutie Brockhampton.
Okay,
you know what I'm
okay.
Fun fact, they also have a platinum selling single, Sugar, which came from their Ginger album.
The last album.
Yeah.
This was the last album.
Wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he made a reference to it in the song we're about to review. But I'm going to let you go ahead and bring it in.
Well, we got the song Buzz Cut, which is off there, like we said, their latest LP, Roadrunners, New Light, New Machine.
Right.
And this joint is featuring Danny Brown, who is another, you know, he's up and coming, not up and coming, but he's been around for a little bit. He kind of came out that class with like Wale and Kid Cudi and all of them from Detroit.
Yeah.
It was interesting to see him, you know, as a feature on this joint. I fuck with Danny Brown. I don't know his association or his, you know, his support or advocacy of the Q+ community, but it was dope to see him featured on this cut, knowing that Brockhampton is, you know, known for being a group, a collective that's openly, you know, they have gay members, they have straight members, but it's kind of, you know, they out and proud with it, so it's dope. Came out March 25th, 2021, 3 minutes, 26 seconds. I gave this joint a mid.
You gave it a mid?
Mid, 57%.
Okay.
57%. I thought it was a decent joint. I rock with it. The beat was cool. It was giving me like that LA gangster rap vibe. You know, when LA was kind of, you know, around the cusp and the peak of NWA and all that, they was grabbing a lot from the East Sound as far as music, hip hop, the drums and all of that. Like, cause you know, it started in New York and it kind of branched off. Right. So they were kind of taking it and they were running with it and they were adding their own sounds and they twang to it. And this kind of give me that effect as far as the production. The breakdown at the end I thought was super dope. It kind of gave me that Travis Scott. You know how he switches his beats all of the time. Like it gave me that. It was dope. And then if you watch the video was super trippy, but you realize that it was like 2 other members had compartments in the video, where it was another dude that was doing that singing part at the end, and then it was another dude that kind of did the Kanye 808 auto-tune singing part, and then the one that was doing that chanting, talking shit part was another one. So it was like 4 of them in the group that was all a part of this song, including Danny Brown, which I thought was super dope. But I thought it was cool. I thought, you know, Kevin Abstract carries the responsibility of the verse as far as Brockhampton is concerned, and then you got a Danny Brown verse. I thought both of the verses was cool. They didn't smack me in the face with any lyrics, the bars. You know, I wasn't blown away with anything. It was cool. I thought they both delivered well. They rolled the beat. I thought the beat, like I said, was cool. I liked the breakdown at the end more so than the first half. But it wasn't anything that really blew me away. But I enjoyed it collectively. I thought it was a nice feature. I thought Kevin Abstract and Danny Brown gelled well together. They complemented each other as far as the tone of their voice, the way they went in on the beats. So I gave it a 57% mid. It wasn't quite a loud, but I thought it was cool. It was like that high mid. I fuck with it, but I ain't necessarily going back 1,000 times. But I fuck with it. If it come on, I ain't skipping it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it. How you felt? How you felt?
You gave it a mid.
What you thought?
I actually thought it was a pretty decent song.
Here we go.
I gave it a 72% loud because, I agree with a lot of the things that you said.
Okay.
But you know how it is. Like some stuff I've emphasized a little bit more than what you might emphasize. They definitely did not smack me in the face with the wittiest bars. But what they were talking about was pretty much life, real shit. I like when they come in from a real perspective.
Yeah.
The lines that got me, thank God you let me crash on your couch. Now, I could relate to that because I actually... had a friend that did the same for me when I came out of high school. And it's some deep shit where like, yo, if you weren't there at the time that I needed that and you wouldn't have came through, I don't know what my life would have been like. So that's kind of how I read it. And I like when it's that type of emotion, that type of realism is there. So another one that caught me was deals they had us sign for years. It had me blind. So I think their first contract with... They were signed to RCA. I'm not
so.
I think is what I read. They had a 6-album contract or
that's why they did all them albums in 4 years.
Yeah, because they were obligated to do it 2 albums a year. And they were on a contract. They had to deliver
that pace is crazy.
6 albums in 3 years. That's what it was.
They did 6 and 4.
6 albums in
probably because they got pushed back because of the pandemic.
That's what it was. And I went out of that deal. Obviously, they got Sugar, which became a platinum song, which he referenced in there. Where platinum plaque still mean I'm black. I forgot the line.
Won't keep me out from doing jail. Platinum plaque won't keep my black ass out of jail.
Right,
something like that.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the line. So that's what he was referencing.
Yeah.
I thought that was...
that was hard. I remember that.
That was dope too. But again, that's like straightforward bars. They're not necessarily something you have to really think hard about. Just like if you're looking for a story. And I was kind of looking to see past... see what they were all about. See a little bit more. Get a little bit more insight into who they are. And... Those lines kind of made me look a little deeper, so I appreciated that.
Okay.
Danny Brown was definitely the right collab. They matched each other. Kevin Abstract, with Danny Brown on verses, and I think Joba was one of the ones singing at the end of it. And I really dig the ending.
He bodied it. He bodied it. They bodied that ending.
So in that sense, like I put it on shuffle. That song come on, I'm bumping that motherfucker. And that's where I'm at.
Okay. So you gave it a what? A
72 loud.
72 loud.
Yeah,
okay. I fucks with it. 72 loud and a 57 mid. Hey, Brockhampton. No N. Buzzcut featuring Danny Brown. Go check that shit out. Go check out the whole album, man.
Yeah.
Road Runner, New Light, New Machine, streaming on all platforms right now.
It is. It's a bop. You want to go check that out.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Who we got next, man? Who we bringing to the stage? The number 3 Q plus artist for the Nizite.
We're gonna keep it moving because these guys kind of all fuck with each other in some kind of way.
Yo, the interweaving and the threads.
And that wasn't even intentional, but here we go. The next artist is Serpentwithfeet.
Serpentwithfeet. This happens all of the time too. That's crazy. Because it came across in my research pass as well.
Right. So So you about to get into it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So Serpentwithfeet is a Baltimore-born, Brooklyn, New York-based experimental musician who released his debut album Soil in 2018. He had an EP.
Soil, I like that. EarthTone, Soil.
See? Thank me later. So, but that wasn't his first project. He had an EP. I didn't get the name of the EP before that, but that was his first album. He grew up with a gospel and classical music influence. And his single, Curiosity of Other Men, it came out in 2014, brought him notoriety and got him signed to the English label Triangle Records.
Okay.
So that put him kind of in the network of Paul Epworth, who's worked with Adele. So he contributed a little bit to the album that he has out right now. His second album is called Deacon. Came out early in 2021. Of course, you can see on the cover, that's him and his boo. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Fun fact.
Okay, give it to us.
So here's the connection with the other member that we had just announced.
Come on.
Brockhampton and Serpentwithfeet have performed together.
Come on.
On the track Tanya. And they performed it together on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
They got a joint together. We did not know this.
We didn't know
we
this.
was putting together the show, by the way. So that's just an asterisk.
On God, that's what it was.
Come on.
So now, one of the singles that came out from the Deacon album is called Same Size Shoe. It came out as a single on February 17, 2021.
Fun fact.
Okay.
He also performed with Bjork.
He performed with Bjork, okay?
He performed with Bjork, and he went on tour with her. So he performed live, and they got a joint together. And he's also a frequent collaborator with Ty Dolla $ign. I thought that was pretty dope.
That's dope.
Ty Dolla $ign is another R&B artist who I'm a fan of. So I thought that was pretty slick to see, the company he keeps.
I like that,
so to speak.
I like that.
Yeah.
The album that the song is on came out March 26th, 2021. And this song that we're going to review, Same Size Shoe, came as a 2-track single. So it had like an A-side and a B-side situation.
I like when the artists do that.
Right. And we're just going to be talking about Same Size Shoe from the album. I gave this song because of the title.
Just because of the title?
It's just because of the title and what he was talking about in the song. He's talking about his boo. So I gave it a 69.
A 60. Oh, shit. I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
I see what you did there, and I fucks with it.
69
okay.
loud.
We're going to let them know why.
Yeah, you already know. So the song is very, very cute. You know what I'm saying? Same shoe. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really cute. Seemed like some beginning of the romance type song. Oh, yeah. We got the same
They still in the honeymoon stage.
Still in the honeymoon stage. They like everything about each other.
Shit ain't get real yet.
They find all the commonalities. That's what it was. Right. It ain't get real yet.
Shit ain't get real yet. They had about 2 arguments.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it was a little petty shit.
Yeah, a little light shit.
Who lost the keys to the car? Some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
They ain't get to the whole why this bill wasn't paid on time. You know what I'm saying? Why you all triggered?
They still enamored by the shoe sizes.
They still enamored. You know what I'm saying? So the first line of the song, never heard truth come from skinny lips. That shit was like...
Oh my God. This is...
That song, that line. You caught that line?
I wrote it down in my notes, but I ain't gonna say nothing yet. Go ahead. Keep going.
So that line just already caught me. I was like, oh, word, that's how you feel?
That's where your pen at.
That's right. That's how he feel.
Okay.
The other line, and I'm trying to decipher the other line. Don't fuck a man if his shoes are 2 times the size of your hand. I'm like, yo, that sounds like some real shit, but I don't necessarily.
How does it correlate? And then, all right, so is a nigga with a size that big though? You gotta think, cause I got big hands. So like 2 of my hands.
If you're,
that's a big shoe.
That's a big shoe.
That's a big shoe.
Yeah.
So we talking about Shaq?
What would that mean for you? You shouldn't be dating Shaq.
I'm not fucking with Shaq.
You can't fuck with Shaq.
I'm not fucking with Shaq.
According to this song, he's
Shaq
not
is
compatible.
my mans, but I'm not. What I'm gonna do with Shaq? Like,
so you know,
and he ain't doing nothing with me,
right? Listen, and this is what the song. We're just talking about a song. This is what it's giving. So as you can
Shaq
see,
wears size 21.
Yo, listen.
All right, go ahead.
Listen. So, yeah. That's really it. It's like the pen on the song. Now, when it got to the trumpets part, I was like, all right, this is cute. He's doing the trumpets. That's kind of cute. Yeah. But I was like, what would it sound like if he actually got trumpets on the record? Because the record is already like, I love the bass line. I love how I move, how I bop, it sway. If you would have threw trumpets on that, real trumpets on there, yo, it could have elevated it.
Might have took it to the next level.
It could have elevated it just a little bit. Just saying. But all in all, it's not a bad record. I love it. It's cute. If possibly, maybe, if I ever get to that point where, you know, we obsessing over shoe sizes, I might throw this on.
Okay.
This might be what I play when we're doing a nightcap.
Okay.
It might be. So, You know what I'm saying?
Little nightcap special.
It could be that soundtrack.
I like
You know
it.
what I'm saying? I'm not against it. You know, I'm not personally there. But I do understand where
Not
you're
quite
coming
yet,
from.
but you understand. Okay.
I understand where you coming from. Been there a couple of times. All right.
Okay.
That's where we at. 69 loud.
Okay.
Get it.
Wow. So we was only 1% off.
Okay.
I gave
How
it
you
a
feel?
70% loud. And yeah, there you have it. You got a 69% and 70%. Listen, I really love this song. I fuck with this song. First of all, I wasn't that familiar with Serpent with Feet. I'm not that familiar with his previous work. I'm definitely gonna make myself familiar. I really enjoyed this joint. I thought his vocal performance was impeccable. I'm gonna just say that. He had also, we talk about opera. He had a background in opera. He wanted to be an opera singer.
Right.
He actually, went to school and like really tried to do it. Took the
and do
path
it,
to become
yeah.
an opera singer and just didn't get accepted to the houses.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works as far as, the houses, how they set up or whatever, but he didn't get accepted to become, official opera singers. Divert and switch gears and, do what he had to do. But even growing up in the gospel arena, he didn't feel like there was a place for black voices. That's what one of his quotes in the interview I saw.
Yeah.
But his voice is amazing. He definitely gives me hints of Frank Ocean. Even his beat selection and in like the tone of his voice, the way he's singing, I was like, ooh, very, very Frank Ocean-esque.
Give Frank.
But not to the point where he's trying to copy or he sounds just like him. But
The
just
essence.
being that, that's like the style. Like he's in that style. And I was like, oh, he bodying it. Lyrically, like you said, I wrote down the same thing. Like you starting off, never heard the truth come from skinny lips. I'm like, yo, okay, you already like when we just talked about, okay, I love McConnen, like the hook master, melodies, grab you, catch you. But we talking about pen, the bars, the lyrics.
Yeah,
This is what we talking about. The first line, and it ain't. I don't even know what the next line is. I don't know how it's gonna rhyme. I don't know how it's gonna fall. Never heard truth come from skinny lips. Like. That's just some poetic shit. Like that's the type of pen we talking about when we saying like lyrics and your poignant pen game.
Yeah.
You don't have to go too far to find it.
Yeah.
It's right there. You already know what it is. So I already know where it is with his pen. And then he's saying, if my barber is late, can I come to yours? Like only everybody not gonna catch that. Everybody not gonna understand what that means. When you got somebody, first of all, y'all wear the same shoe size, so you already know what it is. Y'all probably wear the same pants. Y'all probably wear the same shirt. You're gonna double your wardrobe. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. You know what I'm saying? We look cute when we go out. A dynamic duo.
Y'all can switch shoes.
We gonna get fresh. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get fresh. You know what we need to do? Get fresh. We need to go get the barber.
Yep.
You probably got your own barber. You got a custom. I get it. I'm gonna respect your shit. But my barber fire. Just so you know, like in the interim, if you can't, you know what I'm saying, you should probably, I got you. If my barber is late, can I pull up to yours? Like that's a hard bar, fam. Just to sing that on some R&B shit. Like, come on, man. We out of here. 70% loud. Serpent with Feet. Listen, man, you got my ears. I'm checking for you. I'm about to go listen to the back catalog. I'm about to go do my research, make myself familiar.
Yeah.
I suggest y'all go do the same, man. We got a 69 and a 70. Come on, man. Right?
Do that.
You know when we lock in like that, as far as the grade, you need to pay attention to it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm saying?
go check it out, man. Serpent with Feet, same shoe size, on the album, Deacon, out right now, streaming on all platforms, man. That's what we're gonna do. And you know about this time.
What time is it?
It ain't no other time
What
than to
time?
bring out the ally of the day. Who we got? What we bringing? Hey, ally of the day. Hey. Yes. These niggas not ready for us, man. Who else pieing like this? Fuck out of here, man.
They not doing this.
Fuck out of here. Who we got? Who the ally,
Who
man?
is the
Am I
ally?
bringing them in? Is this me?
Who is the?
I'm flabbergasted because we just bodied the intro like that.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, who we got?
All right, so
Who we got?
we got the one and only. We got royalty in the building.
We
first
actually
of all,
do, actually.
because these is like icons.
Pretty much.
So you know DJ Khaled.
I'm familiar with him.
He dropped this project, and you know he ain't an artist You know what I'm saying? He's an orchestrator. He kind of bring everybody together. He
curator and all
he
that.
sets the table and then he invites everybody to the table.
Come eat.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z and Nas, ladies and gentlemen.
Jay-Z and Nas.
So the ally of the day is Jay-Z. Let's not get it twisted. But on the song, we got two kings, two titans of hip hop.
Absolutely.
Jay-Z and Nas. So we're gonna get into Jay-Z and why who he is and why he's an ally. So of course we already know who it is. Hip hop artist based from Brooklyn, Marcy. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? State Street and all that. Come on, man. Debuted in '96. Reasonable Doubt. We already know his catalog: Blueprint, Black Album, yada yada yada. Like come on.
I'm from Marcy, son.
Ain't nothing nice. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Streets is watching, all of that. But amongst that, let's just get into some of his stats. These is like worldwide stats. We're just gonna get into some of this, just to let you know, for those, like where he at with
the babies,
and just why you shouldn't just play with him like that.
Right.
50 million albums sold worldwide.
Okay.
Just let that sink.
Yeah.
50 million. Just 50 million. 50 million.
Only.
50 million copies sold. 75 million singles sold. Worldwide. This is just all over the globe.
I copped a couple of the singles.
That's a lot. That's a lot of albums. Niggas can't sell 75 albums. You talking about 75 million singles. Come on, man. Won the most Grammys than any other rapper ever. 23 Grammys. Ain't no other rapper do it before.
Didn't he boycott the Grammys like one year?
Come on, man. He boycotted a couple years and he still got the record. Still got the record, man. Come on. Like, it's ridiculous. On top of that, he holds the record for the most #1 albums as a solo artist. Like, he up there competing with, like, the Beatles and shit. Like, he on that type of time. Like, so stop playing with Hov. You already know that. And then in the midst of that, in the meantime, he started a record label, Rockefeller.
Right.
Birthed Kanye.
A little bit.
And then he married Beyonce. Like, I ain't even going to, like, the bio is done. I'm not even going to talk no more about his bio because you already know what it is. You know what type of time we talking about.
You should.
When we mention Hola Jovito. You already know what it is,
Hola Jovito.
So we gonna,
when I hola with my people.
Come on, man. So we going to get into what makes him an ally.
All right.
Had to wet my whistle a little bit because I've been going in. You know what I'm saying?
Do what you got to do.
So in 2012, he told CNN pretty much like outlawing same-sex marriage is like discrimination. Dead ass. Like, it's the same thing as, you know, discriminating towards black people and taking our rights away and shit like that. He pretty much said that on CNN. So that's just for one. Him and the Queen, you know, Beyonce, where she stands as far as she's an ally. She's already home team. You already know what it is with that. His mom's came out as a lesbian. And she told her story by way of a spoken word poem on his latest LP, 444. Come on, man. Like, do I need I say more? Like, but I'm going to say more, though. Like, him and his wife just were the honorees of the GLAAD Media Vanguard Award 2019, man. And you know they only get that to people who show, you know, exemplify advocacy for the Q+ community, man. Like, that's how they doing it, man. Cough up a lung where he from. Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice. And
nothing
know,
nice.
That's the kind of people we got backing us. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the game.
Throw that jam on, you know. So one more time.
Come on, man.
Let's get into this mode.
We're gonna put it on repeat.
Go ahead,
you know what I'm saying? Repeat the one.
That.
So we got the joint, Sorry Not Sorry. Like I said, it came out on the Khaled album. Khaled. You know what I'm saying? As if he needed more promo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He just named the last joint after his son, Asad. And now this joint is called Khaled. That's his real name, Khaled.
So,
first name Khaled, last name Khaled.
Self-titled.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Love it. This joint, though, appeared on the album. 4 minutes, 18 seconds. Came out April 29th. I gave this joint a loud, man. 60%.
You gave it a loud.
60%. Loud. It was teetering. It's right there for me.
It's very teetering.
Yeah, it's right there for me. As far as the production, you know,
Okay.
the beat was cool. It was good. I like the beat. it was just a little bit too familiar. It gave me Song Cry vibes. You know what I'm saying? It was literally like the same bass line, the same sound, the same piano. But it was cool though. I'm not mad at it because Song Cry came out a while ago. So it was like, all right, a interpolation. You know Khaled, he known for that. That's what he do.
Yeah.
Right? But then the hook.
Living a dream, living a dream.
That's really where it fell for me. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for, because I thought the verses, well, all right, so I thought Nas showed up. I ain't think he had his sharpest pen when he showed up. He didn't show up with his sharpest pen. He was cool. Like, he might have, he probably sharpened his pen like a couple weeks ago. He probably could have threw it in the electric sharpener a couple times before he showed up, but he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just show up, do my thing." But it wasn't bad. It was an average Nas verse, and an average Nas verse is a good verse.
Yeah,
right.
These days, yeah.
But then you got Hove, and Hove didn't come to play.
Of course not.
Like somebody who just dropped the album, and he had this joint that was on it, and it was like. He not playing. Like, he didn't come to play. I do not come to play with these hoes. He didn't come to play with Nas that day. He didn't. He ain't come to play with Khaled or Nas. He was like, oh, this the beat? This is what y'all want me to do? He went crazy, man. He said, I like who I've become. Intermittent fasting. But these meals, I'm not missing none. I'm
not missing none.
Triple entendre. Don't ask me how. Like he does this effortlessly. But the 4 bars before, like the lead up to that was just. So he came with it, and Nas was like, all right, he was skating. He dropped a couple bars, was cool, but Hove ain't been playing on these features lately. Like he 7 for 7 with features for like the last 2-3 years. But I thought the beat was cool, and I thought the hook was just kind of, And then they give you 2 verses from the Giants. They give you the hook, and then they let him play around at the end, which it was like, it was kind of uneventful. It was lackluster for me. It wasn't terrible, which is why I gave it a 60% loud. And the way he dropped, come on. Hove saved the song for me. First of all, he snuck away to drop Beyonce in there on the ad-lib.
Fun fact.
Go ahead.
For those that did not know, it's listed on the album, the Khaled album, as Harmonies by the Hive,
which I definitely didn't peep. I missed that whole thing.
You might not be able to see it because the title and the feature is so long.
It's lengthy.
So you see Harmonies by the Hive at the end of all the features there. When you see it on a playlist. And
I heard her in the ad-lib, but I'm like, damn, that's her at the end too. So that just kind of elevated her. For me. So pretty much the Carters saved the song.
The Carters is the allies, really. They kind of snuck themselves on the record.
Yeah, so there you have it. The floor is yours. 60% loud. That was it for me. That's what I had.
Man, you gave it a 60.
What you thought?
60.
You wasn't feeling that.
Well, I gave it a 74 loud.
Oh shit! You really was feeling it.
I actually was feeling the song.
Okay.
I thought Nas showed up with the Fendi line. You know what I'm saying? That's a Fendi. You know what I'm saying? That's a double entendre right there. Y'all not on that Fendi.
Yeah.
Y'all not on that. Y'all didn't get that science yet. All right, that's what we say in the hood. Just kind of like, affirmative. Yeah, that's some hood shit. So I thought that was dope the way he opened it up like that. Nas and his verse, I thought they both kind of definitely were in their own element, but they met right where they needed to meet. Because on the other times that they've collaborated, like Black Republican. Jay-Z kind of usually sweeps him, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Ether notwithstanding, you know what I'm saying? Nas definitely has his own zone, and I like when he talks his rich nigga shit as well. He just do it differently. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is on the fact that Nas is a venture capitalist and has kind of been around the tech era and funded a lot of these companies that we love so much today, like Lyft. You know what I'm saying? Nas is an early investor in Lyft. And to him to pull out, he don't necessarily talk about his riches that much. Yeah, a lot of y'all don't know that Nas is an early investor in Lyft. So I like when he get on his rich nigga shit.
He got in early on a lot of those
different
investments.
That was just one. So
he said his Bitcoin, what is Bitcoin Scarface?
Scarface, that's basically Scarface.
Crypto Scarface.
Yeah, all of that shit.
All right.
I fuck with it. Yeah, y'all didn't have to drag it in the news the way y'all did, but anyway.
Oh, they dragged it?
Oh, they did drag it. They did drag it.
What they say?
For no reason, because the whole idea sounds kind of ridiculous. But the way he said, he wasn't saying it like that.
Why the news? The fact that the news picking up on Nas lyrics, that's hard anyway. Like, why you worrying about my bars? Like, get out of here.
So, but yeah, I think they both showed up, and I definitely agree with you with James Fauntleroy. He was not necessarily given. It felt very uninspired.
Like, I don't know who wrote it, but it just wasn't.
He did.
Oh, he did?
Because he's a songwriter.
Well, yeah.
So, but I mean, he definitely didn't bring his pen to this. You know, he didn't bring it.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
But definitely, Harmonies from the Hive, they definitely saved the end of the song, which is kind of what I feel like made up for it.
They
a little
came
bit.
through.
You know
the Hive came through.
The Hive definitely came through. So in a way, we got the Carters, you know,
saving the day. But you gave it what?
I gave it a 74. I like the beat. Hey. And I wasn't even thinking about Song Cry. Like, I don't know what you was talking about. I mean, if they did,
it gave me the same vibe. The tempo is the same. The vibe is about the same.
Sure.
See, they use like 4 of the same instruments.
Song Cry is not even necessarily one of my favorite Jay-Z songs.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, this was cool.
This is definitely an upgrade if that's what we doing.
I don't know. Song Cry was kind of tough though.
Is it?
The concept. You gotta revisit Song Cry. You're bugging. I can't see it coming down my eyes.
I understand.
So I gotta make the song cry.
I was definitely there when the song was definitely popping. I remember I lived that as well. So, I mean...
Good dude. You know you love me like cook food.
Sure, yeah. That was when people started saying that line. Everybody started picking up.
Birthed a whole...
I understand.
Come on.
I was not crazy about that.
That was a big song. It was a big song.
It was a big song.
But this is what I'm saying about this beat. It wasn't a great beat, but that's what I'm saying. What Hov made of that beat... Mm-hmm. Song Cry was a big song from a regular beat.
A lot of people like that song.
This a regular beat.
I remember he said... For Song Cry, a lot of people like that record, so he just decided to do it.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't even that thrilled about it.
Nah. So
you know he wasn't. He don't be.
I wasn't thrilled.
I gotta make the song cry.
I wasn't thrilled about the song when I heard it, and I definitely wasn't thrilled when the video dropped. But anyway.
Oh shit.
As far as this song is concerned, I think it's light years better than that.
We gonna edit that. We gonna edit that song cry bit.
Nah.
Go ahead. You know, light years though. Goddamn.
Just my thoughts.
Okay.
Just my thoughts.
All right. So real quick, what would you give Song Cry? Real quick, what would you rate it?
45.
God damn. Okay. Okay. So we have what you give it 70?
74 loud.
74% loud and a 60% loud. Two louds, ladies and gentlemen, in the building. So y'all go. You know when we hit it on the head, like we said, you got to go check it out, man. Mm-hmm. Too loud, 60%, 74%. Jay-Z and Nas, sorry, not sorry. And let us know what you think about the Cali album.
Cali.
He put them together. I love when these two get together. I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I see Jay-Z and Nas get on a joint, you think about their history, where they came from, the whole New York bravado, macho, machismo. Like, the Titans don't get on joints together. And this is maybe, what, their 3rd or 4th, 5th joint? So,
and here's the thing. Like, the fact that they do come together is a treat. And the fact that they are where they are when... Look at all the other people that came up with them.
This is what I'm saying. They're both Titans.
The ones that came up with them, we just lost one.
Usually people get to this point and they would like probably just don't even speak to each other. Yeah. Don't mention each other. Don't fuck with each other. The fact that they have a point in their relationship where they getting on joints together regularly. Like, we get this every 2 years or so. Like, I fucks with it, man.
They
Keep
showing
it up.
what it look like when black men heal. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, man. Keep it up. All right, man. Shout out to the ally of the day, Hove, a.k.a. Hove and the Carters, a.k.a. Harmonies from the Hive. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Nas as well. He was on the joint. But they kind of took over, man.
They did.
Let me stop saying that because I'm making it sound like Nas ain't. Like I said, I feel like he gave an average Nas verse, which is still really good. That's above par for most people. But I just felt like,
I definitely think you missed some of his quotables.
I'm missing the quotable. I heard
quotables.
them, man. I heard them. They just, they wasn't as poignant.
They wasn't hit.
It wasn't as poignant as the whole bars,
You
man.
didn't catch the layers.
All right, man. But speaking of, we're going to catch the latest, so we're going to see what's going on. Because, yeah.
We out here in these streets?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Leaving skids in the street.
Yeah.
When we take it to the streets.
Need a bad bitch with a stutter.
That's what it's about, man. The Q Plus artist is tearing up the streets. Talk about the streets.
We still jonesing off that McConnen real quick.
Yeah, man. It's a lot going on, man. It was a heavy episode.
It was a heavy episode. It was a moment.
Make sure y'all go stream that. Go check out that music.
All
man.
of
Support
it.
these Q Plus artists.
All of it. You know what I'm saying? We in these streets right now. They been in action, but they really, really back in action.
They really back?
Now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the city.
Trains is back.
The city.
Hey, all the kids is out.
24-hour service.
80-degree days and shit. You know what I'm saying?
People not really going to understand like what it's like to get the 24-hour MTA back. Like if you ain't in New York or don't know the MTA system, but...
Yeah. You have to understand that is literally the lifeblood of the city. If you don't believe it, when we be in the studio, we be wishing the train, because don't nobody want to be stuck on no local, and then the train ain't coming. It's 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, it's like we gotta make curfew.
You know what I'm saying?
Like we gotta hurry up.
We gotta hurry up
for Cinderella, for the
lose the
clock
glass
change.
slipper,
yeah, man,
and shit like that. But that's New
no
York
more of
City.
that. No more of that.
No more of that. We back. And the city is definitely coming back. And the music is still going on out here. I'm going to give you a needle drop for your ass.
What we got?
You know what I'm saying? So, we talked about this group, Brothers Osborne, about a couple of months ago. One of them came out as openly gay, the only signed openly gay country artist to a label. And that is TJ Osborne. He is one half of the Brothers Osborne. And they have a new record, you know, Younger Me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So check that out. Then we go move on to the Mickey Blanco, because Mickey Blanco got a whole label situation.
Mickey Blanco.
So they throwing out these singles. Love Me, this one featuring Jamila Woods and JQ. Then we got an album situation, with LSD XOXO. Dedicated to the Disrespect EP.
Okay.
So go check that out. You know what I'm saying? We kind of needle dropped them last time. They had a record. They had a song that came out not too long ago, and it's on this new EP. And guess what, y'all?
What?
Where the Barbs at?
Oh, shit.
I hope the Barbs is watching. If the Barbs,
they always around.
they probably already knew about this, but the Queen has dropped Beam Me Up Scotty, which was her 2009 mixtape.
She back with a vengeance.
She put it out for streaming, because it hasn't been available for streaming. You had to go either download it or search for it on DatPiff.
I feel like that's about to be the new wave. Like, you know how EPs was the latest wave? Like, everybody put out EPs? Everybody about to
Drop
bring it
it.
out. If your shit ain't streaming, your mixtape,
About to re-release it.
Yeah,
That's definitely what I'm gonna do with one of my mixtapes. I have a few mixtapes that is
that's
not
a
on
new
streaming.
wave.
so
Every like 2 or 3 years, we get a new wave in hip hop. This is the new wave. Bringing back your unstreamable
your unstreamed
mixtapes.
stuff. You know, if you on it like that.
I mean, because I got to put back up that New Balance. That New Balance
You
ain't been
gotta-
streaming for like a few years.
I've been
so I might
trying
have
to get that.
You know what I'm saying? I might have, because it's on SoundCloud, but shameless plug, but that's neither here nor there.
Nah, we could shameless plug that motherfucker.
Of course,
New Balance mixtape with the Full Circle, which is the theme song of The Circle. You know what I'm saying? Which actually brings me to the next topic after Needle Drop. I'm
Look
gonna
at
get
that
back
transition.
to that. Hold on, hold that.
Put a pin in that.
Put a pin in that, exactly. Because the last Needle Drop is St. Vincent, Daddy's Home. she has an album out right now as well.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Yes.
Big ups to the needle drops.
And so the Circle, 2 episodes have dropped since we came back. Since we left.
So, yeah. Yep,
2 whole episodes.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Considering the pace.
All things considered.
All things considered.
Yeah.
All of that. Shout out to the Circle NYC season 4. They dropped episode 10 and 11, maybe the last couple days, weeks. So go check those out. The next thing we got going on, what is it? So Pride this year is on.
On and popping.
It's on and popping. June 27th.
Live? Are we live?
It's going to be.
Out and about? Is it outside?
It's going to be, some of it is outside.
Not
and some
virtual?
of it is going to be virtual.
Oh, some of it virtual.
Right.
Okay,
but the parade is happening.
Oh, shit.
And they decided, we don't want the NYPD there. Don't show up.
First of all,
don't come out.
How they banned the police, right? First of all, you banned the police. Like, I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could just ban the police.
Neither.
Like, you know what? We're going to ban the police from our event.
Pretty much.
But then they put a timeline on it. Like, they banned them for like the next 5 years or something. Yo.
He said, all right, nah, police, you can't sit with us no more.
That's crazy.
Until 2025. And then at that point, we'll think about it.
That's hard. Yeah, we'll reevaluate.
You know what I'm saying?
Where
Reassess. We stand, what's going on. We'll see if you've been defunded yet or whatever the case may be.
Hey, listen.
So whoever the gods and the powers that may be,
I hope that's a new trend. That would be fly.
Just
make that a new trend.
Make that.
Yeah. Okay.
Make that great again. So yeah, they're only. They have been uninvited. Their only obligations directing traffic, but they cannot march. They cannot participate in the actual parade. So.
Ooh, damn.
That's how that go, and that's that on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh yeah, got some things to correct. Go clean your house, and then we'll talk about marching.
Pose season 3, the final season, on and popping. They are doing listening parties at Lambda on Sundays.
Watch parties.
What did I say?
Listening parties.
Yeah. You have to watch it. You can't listen, but you have to definitely watch it.
They got music though. It is music on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Good music, really good music.
I am not able to catch it neither with Lambda nor with FX, where it's being aired right now. You know why? Because Lambda Lounge is popping. If you guys didn't know, little club out in Harlem is definitely hot these days in the streets.
Yeah.
You will either have to show up very early,
maybe like 5 o'clock.
Like 5 o'clock. The show don't come on till 10, so just know that you're gonna be vibing.
Yeah.
Or you have to put yourself on a waiting list, which might be a whole page and a half long.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And so that's what almost happened to me the other night when I tried to go the first night that it came out. I showed up there.
You try to just pull up.
I was
trying to do a walk-in.
I thought 8:30 was gonna be good enough.
Like, yeah, we taking walk-ins. You know when they taking walk-ins.
Put your name down on the list. All right. No, that page is filled. You gotta go ahead and
go ahead and flip that 2 more times.
Right.
And then go have a seat.
Then we'll get you in.
Let me take your temperature and then go have a seat.
And then go outside. Exactly. It's nice outside.
Shout out to Lambda, man. They
Shout out to
popping,
Lambda.
man.
They really are. Shout out to them
It's
boys.
the spot. It's like the premier spot, and definitely in Harlem.
And I think they're the only ones with TVs.
That's what I'm saying, man.
So come on,
doing
man.
it big.
You already know what it is. Yeah. All right, we just discussed this Ally. You know what I'm saying? With the last record, the Nas and Jay-Z record on the DJ Khaled album. But this person, Jay-Z, that's on the record, it looked like he has been inducted officially into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's a big business.
That's kind of really a thing. He was one of maybe 3 people. I think it was him, Tina Turner, and the Foo Fighters. So he's been inducted.
That's forever. Like that's Hall of Fame. Like that's like these are the top musicians.
This top
in
musicians.
Life.
You only are eligible for it in the 25 years after your first record.
Wow.
So his record, first official record was Reasonable Doubt. So that was 1996. This is the 25th year.
Oh, they was like right on it. As soon as he eligible,
and then
get him in there
the first time
ASAP,
because niggas gotta reapply.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
It is a big thing.
But they starting to recognize. Hopefully,
come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
They should have been.
They definitely ahead of the Grammys as far as what I'm saying. Getting with the temperature.
Definitely. So congrats to Hov for getting that. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a good look for the
Congrats.
culture.
That's big
for sure. We got some upcoming projects that we want to talk to you guys about just for a hot little second.
Oh, sure.
That's why we've been, kind of off for the past few weeks. We are in the studio. Listen, this is how our day goes. We in the studio.
Heavy.
Pretty much weekly, to kind of get into sessions because the Supergroup album, which is the title of the Alliance debut album.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? We are hard at work at that shit.
Come on, man.
Pulling in the midnight oil like a motherfucker.
Yeah. It's coming together, too.
Yeah, it's definitely coming together. You guys will not necessarily be ready when it come out, but guess what? We're going to give it to y'all, and y'all just have to deal with it.
I'll serve it up. It's going to be hot plate.
But you need it because it's representation. That's what we're talking about. We're telling y'all stories in ways that other people ain't even thinking about it. So just to give you a little primer on that. But that's what's been going on. The Highest Notes situation. So I have a little album. It's called 1111. It came out on my birthday. I have a song on it that was also featured on Highest Notes. It's called Boiler Room. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it was produced by, the young individual sitting to my right. You know what I'm saying? He helped me do that. He helped me hold that down.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It kind of really lifted off. Unexpectedly for me, I'm just gonna pull it out. I'm just gonna say it was unexpected that the love for the record was there. I really, really do appreciate it, and shout out to Baker, for holding me down for like damn near the whole year. Like I've been doing this countdown shit, and that's love right there because that's the culture. That's who is definitely helping us tell our story in ways that nobody else is. So Boiler Room. We're gonna do the video for that, but I think I'm gonna make it a Highest Note situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of love for Boiler Room, so we decided, let's go ahead and just do a visual for that shit, and you know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens. So I'm just gonna, say look out for that.
Hey man, you gotta give a visual for the people. That's the day and age we living in. If you don't got a visual, it don't exist.
It's gonna be mad purdy. It's gonna be mad fly. Don't even worry. The Content Network. If you're not familiar with the Content Network, this is a partnership between the Weekly Top 40 by DJ Baker, who I just mentioned was representing for the record Boiler Room. He hosted Weekly Top 40 Countdown. Them in conjunction with LGBT Raps, LGBT Raps, and LGBT Underground have a partnership called the Content Network, and they have an event called the Queerathon, which is where you'll see basically the best of the out community, and they'll perform. But since it's pandemic, everybody's going to be turning in pretty much virtual performances. So it will be on Zoom. We're going to shout that out May 22nd, 7 to 10 p.m., and May 23rd, 3 to 6 p.m. You know what I'm saying? I heard Estevan the God going, drop a little thing on that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Your boys here might end up on that little thing.
Yeah, I mean,
so
we
look
around.
Out. We around. So we was invited to do it. We definitely going
see what it's about. See what it's about. Giving, see what's going on.
Big shout.
Multiple time slots. So you could catch a Saturday or Sunday.
Absolutely.
Or both.
Or
preferably.
both.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll see. But, definitely tune into that. And shout out to the Content Network for putting this up and getting to the second annual Queerathon. And then the other thing that we got going on, we are bringing back the Herbal Tea Lounge. It never went away, but we definitely are bringing that to you, and that was one of the things we worked on while we were away. Yeah. So we have this interview that we did with somebody that's running for mayor in the city of New York. This is Paperboy Love Prince, and he is definitely moving and shaking out here in the hood, representing LGBTQ to the fullest.
Yes.
They are, if I said he, please excuse me, they do go by they. God and Goddess, those are their other pronouns, but they are running for mayor, and they definitely, they stopped by the lounge to talk to us about, who they are, their campaign, And things that us as citizens of the city of New York just kind of want to know from our next mayor. We are having an election. The primaries is going to be on June 22nd. So mark that on your calendar. You'll be able to vote. Those who are in New York will be able to vote for the next mayor. It's going to be a brand new mayor. Will not be de Blasio. So somebody's about to take that spot. And that's what we talked to Paperboy about. And we put them on the lounge. And you guys want to stay tuned for that. We're going to drop that next Thursday.
Yeah, stay tuned, man. We're hitting y'all back to back, double Thursday. So we took an extra week off, but then we also hitting y'all back to back. So it's still the same amount.
It's still the same
episodes per month.
And then we'll be back again the following Thursday, June 3rd, and that will be episode 32. So, stick around. Next 3 weeks, you're going to get all herbal tea material. We are out here in these streets. As far as Paperboy is concerned, he just dropped a video rapping about, running for mayor. It's called Paperboy for Mayor.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So go check that out. And, he gave us some bars during the interview, and I'm going to just leave it at that.
Y'all got to stay tuned, man. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Don't give them too much.
That's what the Skreetz is looking like these days in age.
Okay.
So,
it's always a lot going on in the streets,
always a
man. Lot. And when you moving and shaking through the streets, you putting a lot of stress on your body. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stress on your feet. Feet been working hard, been
crazy.
Moving and shaking all day, carrying all that pressure. You want to take a load off.
Yeah.
And our favorite pastime. So we gonna have a motherfucking smoking session in the smoking section. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. So the question we got, we always have a question.
We do have a
it's
question.
It's always a query when we come up in here.
What's the query?
Can you OD on edibles?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's a question. It's kind of an elephant in the room because people dibble and dab. You know what I'm saying? So the interesting thing about edibles, right? You could get your non-smokers who like getting high, who like marijuana, who like THC, but they don't necessarily like the act of smoking, inhaling the smoke. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people like that. So they enjoy the edibles. And especially once they discover, oh, shit, they got brownies that I can eat and get high. And then now you could put it in all types of food. You got marijuana chefs. You know what I'm saying? They got gummies, all types of things you could put them in. You got lozenges. You got the extracts you can do. All different types of ways outside of bud that you could smoke marijuana. And they call these things edibles. So these are forms of cannabis that you can ingest. And they include food products, lozenges, capsules even. Now, people who, like I mentioned, they enjoy the THC, they enjoy the feeling, the euphoria, the high from THC, but they don't necessarily want to smoke. And it's also considered more healthy, so they like the edibles, right? But the thing you got to be careful about with edibles is this is the most likely form of THC that's going to produce unwanted effects. So you might have what they call overconsumption, which is very, very common amongst edible users, right? Especially first time or beginning edible users, right? So the edible potency, that's measured in milligrams, which, 100 milligrams, that's 1 milligram. 100 gram,
1,000.
Yeah, 1,000 grams
is a milligram.
1,000th of a gram is a milligram, right? So it's measured in milligrams, and they have a chart. It's called the edible dosing chart. You know what I'm saying? So this is what people should be going by when they consuming their edibles or when they purchasing their edibles, and they don't really know, like, okay, how potent is this brownie? You know what I'm saying? Because you usually get your edibles, your pastries, and all that from the homies, somebody around the way.
On the
you don't
beach.
Necessarily, on the beach.
Definitely
you know what I'm
on the
saying? You know how you get the nutcrackers? Them shits ain't got no label on it.
Bro,
you don't know what's in it.
You don't know
really.
what's in that shit.
You just trusting the dealer.
You might die.
You rolling the dice. You know what I'm
You are
saying?
rolling the dice.
But if you do happen to know where you getting your edibles from, you get it from a reliable source. You get it from a professional source. You know what I'm saying? Everything is, well, not everything, but people opening up. Things are legal now. You get it from a dispensary. They should have the dosage, or you should at least know the dosage of the edible you're getting. So there's a chart, and there's 5 different segments, and they break it down. So you could go from 1 to 2.5. That's the first segment. And this is the mild segment. right? Mild pain relief. These are some of the effects. Improved focus. These are for first-time users, first-time smokers. These are for people who want to microdose.
Okay.
Dosing. That's the jam.
You still remember that
That's
song?
my jam. You know that was my jam.
That's my shit.
You know that was my jam.
Bitch.
But these are, that's kind of the dose you want to do when you're doing periodically throughout the day. But all beginners, you just want to do a hit, working your way into it. You're working on your THC tolerance, right?
Yeah. How many grams?
Very
is that?
light dose, between 1 milligram and 2.5 milligrams.
Okay.
So that's the range. Very, very minimal, right?
Okay. That's
And then in the
very
tier two, we're gonna go between 2.5 and 15 milligrams, right? This is gonna bring on the euphoric feeling. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna bring on slightly impaired, you know what I'm saying, coordination. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. This is for your restless sleepers, the people who want to sleep a little bit, and your social butterflies. So this is the doses you take in when you kind of just, you out and about. This is the doses you want to take when you're taking your brownies. You want to be functional still. You don't want to be. You don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be on a couch.
Right.
You want to take between 2.5 and 15 milligrams, depending on your tolerance. Right.
Okay.
Tier 3. That's when you getting into like, all right, you a little bit seasoned. This is for the well-seasoned THC smokers, the vets, a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That's you.
You've been smoking for a little bit. I don't know. I might be a little bit above this tier, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see what the next tier talking about.
Okay.
But this is gonna bring on, you know what I'm saying? This is between 15 milligrams and 30 milligrams. And this is gonna bring on effects of strong euphoria. You know what I'm saying? More impaired coordination, altered perception. You know what I'm saying? These are some of the effects that come with this dose. Like I said, this is for the well-seasoned smokers. These is for the veterans. This is where your medical marijuana, your medical grade comes into play. And this is for people, with a little bit more developed tolerance to the THC. You've been smoking for a little bit, minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A little microdosing ain't really doing it for you. You kind of need a little step above. And then we get into the tier 4. And this is between 30 and 50 milligrams. I feel like this might be where I live right here. You know what I'm saying? This might be my sweet spot right here. This is for the very strong euphoric effect, if you're going for that. Likely to impair your coordination and alter your perception. Like highly likely. As opposed to the other ones, it was like mildly. The other one was like, likely, maybe happen. This one is like, it's probably going to impair your coordination and definitely alter your perception a little bit. Right. This is for smokers with significantly high tolerance to THC. And this is like, a little bit step above the medical grade, but this is more so, for people who are experiencing, pain, nausea, all of the symptoms that come and some of the, pros of ingesting THC and marijuana. This treats as well. So that's the 4th tier. Then they got one more, which is the 5th tier.
Oh, shit.
And this is between 50 and 100 milligrams of THC. Now, this is pretty potent. This is up there. This is high. And this is only for highly experienced THC consumers. Only. Like, you don't want to start with this because this is going to put you on your ass. And I think... like, this is the level that they give to, like, cancer patients. It's, like, that grade. Like, this is that type level.
Wow.
Medical grade. Like, so if you go, and then they have grades higher than that. You go up to, like, 150, 200. So they start getting crazy. But once you get into those levels, that's where you start getting those feelings of nausea, the sickness, those overconsumption levels. When you take too many. So that's kind of the problem of the edibles. Everybody is different. So we could take the same edible, we could take the same dose, and it's going to affect us differently. It's going to hit us at different times, and it's going to hit us at different strength levels, right? So you might have a lower tolerance than I have. So the same dose might not have the effect on me. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So you taking something, and I might be like, all right, this ain't hitting me. First of all, it takes between 30 and 60 minutes to hit you. Whatever the level is, the potency, it's gonna take a minute to ingest because it's food. You gotta eat it, you gotta digest it,
It's gotta go to
and
your
your gut has to absorb it. You know what I'm saying, for it to take effect. Now, on top of everybody having a different metabolism and is working different at different times, everybody has different levels of absorption in their gut. So the way I smoke it and inhale it, I'm not going to ingest it the same way and absorb it the same way as I do through my gut. It might be slower through my gut. It might be faster, but it's going to be different. Some people, they have like an intolerance or like they're immune to edibles. They can't even get high. Some people will eat an edible and it don't do nothing for them at all because they can't absorb it through their gut.
Right.
They either got to smoke it or they got to do the oil, or they just can't, do it at all. So you got to take those things into consideration, and then you also got to take into consideration, like I said, the dosage. So your brownie could be made with 2.5 milligrams, or it could be made with 30 milligrams. That's a big difference.
That's a big difference.
You got to know, how potent it is, because that's going to play into the type of effect you have. So if you eating a piece and it ain't hitting you, and you spend an hour, it might be just about to kick in. You eat another piece, now you doubling the dose, and you getting smacked in the face with a double dose at the same time when it should be one dose. That's where you get caught off, and that's where people fuck up at.
I feel like that's where I was tricked.
Yeah, and that's where people have the issues with, and that's what they call the overconsumption effects. It's nausea, that's the paranoia, you know what I'm saying? That's the high heart rate, loss of breath. These are all of the effects. And I hear a lot of people that, aren't fans of smoking weed and fans of marijuana. They say, I can't smoke weed. It make me paranoid, blah, blah, blah. I feel like the first time they ever tried weed, they probably had the highest grade shit. And it was like something they wasn't ready for. Somebody probably didn't show them how to smoke, didn't show them how to inhale. They probably coughed, had a crazy high, and was just, their first experience was probably like, nah, this ain't it.
Too much.
That's always gonna determine on how your shit go. But to each its own. It comes when it comes. It don't if it don't. But this is what I also discovered. So not only did I find out there's effects to overconsumption, but there's actually antidotes to those effects. So if you experience yourself and you ate too much, you did too high of a dosage, you didn't gauge it right, you didn't measure it, you didn't know the milligrams, there's things you can take and steps you can take to remedy, those effects. One of those things, and they say the number one thing, is a reassuring friend. You know what I'm saying? Somebody there that you either smoking with, get high with, that could just relax you, calm you down, reassure you that everything's going to be okay, and you kind of just pass it, let it, because it's just time. It's going to take time to settle, pass through your system, cool out, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Nobody coming to get you, nobody coming to kill you. This ain't a horror movie, you're going to be all right. That's the number one thing. Second is stay hydrated. You want to stay well hydrated. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you drink your Gatorade if you got it, your water. You know what I'm saying? Stay hydrated. Especially if you drinking licks and you getting high off the trees, you want to make sure you well hydrated. Right. That should give you the cotton mouth already. You're already going to be hungry and thirsty. Make sure you got some water around.
True that.
Now, this is the thing I really learned that was pretty shocking to me. CBD is actually a counter to THC. So it acts as a neutralizer. So if you super high up on THC, if you take a high dose of either CBD oil or CBD gummy, or you smoke some CBD hemp, it'll neutralize and balance out the THC. So it kind of brings you down, which I didn't realize. Because remember, we was combining the CBD with the THC, with the weed. Yeah. So I didn't realize, you kind of just, it's neutralizing. So they kind of heighten the good effects, and then they neutralize each other's side effects, which is kind of dope. And I didn't know. And then also, lemon oil is another antidote. So you could take some lemon oil. You know how you have like oregano oil and all the herb oils. Lemon oil is a good remedy. They say if you don't have lemon oil, you could zest a lemon and chew on the zest for a couple minutes, and that's supposed to help ease some of the overconsumption effects. If you consume too much of an edible and mistake it for food, like some of us do, you know what I'm saying, and you ate too much, bit off more than you could chew. That's what happens with the edibles. That's why I'm not a huge edible fan. I do enjoy it here and there, but like I said, it depends on what it is. It depends on
it all makes
who
sense.
made it.
It all makes sense.
There you go.
So he was definitely holding them edibles and definitely saving them for your boy over here, because that had happened.
Hey man.
You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to put it out
there.
That it was only a little bit. It had to have been a micro dose, but I don't understand how I got all out of proportion.
Listen, hopefully you live and learn. You know what I'm saying? and we move better in the future. That's all.
So
That's all you can hope for.
So, how long does the edible take for you to normally hit you in your system?
It takes about the same amount of time. Like I have a high metabolism, so I'm probably on the shorter end of the 30 minutes to an hour.
So to hit you a
spectrum.
little quicker?
Probably about 30 to 40 minutes, I would say.
Okay.
But like I said, depending on the potency, like if it's a 2.5 gram, it's gonna hit me at 30 minutes, but that hit is gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't jabbing me, I ain't really gonna.
But if it's like
I'm like a high tolerance THC user. Like I feel like I might be in like the 3 to 4 range. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's
Depends.
wild. When you had the edible, it didn't really hit you that hard, but you gave me a cancer dose. You
I
was
definitely didn't
tier
give you.
6.
See.
It gave me a cancer, but it was just
this
a
is the
little
narrative.
bit.
I wasn't even gonna talk about this, but since you brought it up,
I mean,
this is the narrative you're trying to paint.
I mean,
All I
nah.
did was offer you a kernel of the peanut
it was a
brittle,
tiny one.
and you was like,
that's all
"Oh,
I
this is
did.
good," and you went wild.
That was it. That's
You
all I
went
did.
wild for the night. Like, I mean, I don't know what you want me to do, but listen, that's why I said this is why, you know, it inspired me to get this tutorial.
See,
Because
see?
people need to
I
know. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll be the sacrificial lamb.
yeah, you got to know your
I'm the
tolerance. So
sacrificial
listen,
lamb.
learn from the real life stories and the real life research and groundwork of Sherlock Tone and your man PZPs. And that's how we going to do it. And we going to end it on a motherfucking high note.
Let's do that.
Like we always like to do.
As we do around this time.
That from coast to coast with this dope, this hope, with this dope, this hope. Sheesh. Wait, is it lit?